let's talk a little bit about the horses and the ranches and the different. This is a horseman, you know, I wanted to talk about starting these colts and going on to work with them. And
Well, I'll tell you, just like I've told a lot of people, I broke more horses on the drive than I ever did the men. Get them started, get about 5 to 10 saddles on them, load them in the trailer and go around the outside circle. And
that's the biggest part of the gather.
that's the furthest way around.
Yeah.
You go around the outside, and I broke probably as many horses going around the outside circle as I ever did in the trail.
What was it you kept telling me, and your daddy said this, was pitch their head away and
The best way to make a horse is leave him alone.
yeah.
Ride him, leave him alone. Ride him, leave him alone. Ride him and leave him alone. And a horse will pick up. You'd be surprised.
Explain that a little bit. Horse pickup.
What's that?
Yeah, well, ride him, leave him alone. How can you get along and do your job if you're not picking him up or doing something, you know?
Well, just that Buster's hard to explain because
I know it is.
you just do it.
And he does it.
And you just do it. I mean, it's not any. The best way to describe that is repetition, and do the same thing the same way every time. Don't ask him to turn around this time and do it right. And then the next time, just let him just slop around. Next time you want him to turn around, you do it just like you did the last time. All right, he'll pick that up. He'll learn that. And he'll know that every time you pick up on him and turn around, he's got to do it that way. Mm-hmm. But if you let him slough off on you, well, they'll get in that habit. The horse works by habit. And you can...
Where are your feet at?
Huh?
Where are your feet at when you turn?
When you're turning you?
Yeah.
Just hang in there.
Spur? I know.
Just hang in there.
Are you asking him a little bit with the spur or no?
You can if you need to. And the worst thing I've seen about these kids nowadays, they use their spurs as a weapon. They don't use them as a tool.
As a tool, that's right. Punch on the job on them all the time.
What I do,
Tail ringing horse.
whenever I pick up on one, I'll squeeze him with that outside leg. And if you don't look that way, I'll get that outside leg out of it and pull that inside leg in. Well, he'll look that way then.
You have to. He has to.
And then you take hold of his head and hurry him up with that other.
You understand what I'm saying?
Just squeeze him with your outside leg. Or your off leg, however you want to say it, the one that's away from the turn.
That's right.
There was a kid that worked for the Dalhart sale barn up there, had a real nice little horse. And he had him to where he wouldn't turn to the right. And what he was doing, he'd try to turn him to the right. If he wouldn't turn, he'd just rear back and drive that spur plumb up that deep in his left shoulder. Well, all that's going to do is going to make him turn his head towards that pressure. Well, I've got a little paint mare that I can just set right there, and people will tell you in this country to see me a rider that I'm telling the truth here. Sit right there and you can just move your hand like that and she'll just drop over. And he asked me, he said, how do you get your horses to doing that? And I said, well, to start with, I said, I don't job on it. What do you mean? I said, well, you're trying to rip his left shoulder off. He said, well, that's the only way to get him to turn. I said, no, it ain't. I said, let me give you a little pointer here. I said, now, it's going to cost you just what it's worth. But the price of cup of coffee. I said, when you want him to turn to the right, I said, squeeze his left rib cage, or his right rib cage with your spur. I said, when you do that, and I pick my mare up with that right spur, she looked that way. I said, now do that. When you pull your spur into that horse, look that way. I said, okay, take a hold of him and hold that spur in him and make him bend right around his leg. He did that. He said, boy, that works, doesn't it? How'd I get him to hurry up? I said, okay. Get him used to you bending or walking around that leg and just squeeze him with your left spur. Don't job him, or you're going to break his concentration. I said, just pick him up with that spur and just squeeze him, and he'll get off that spur. But he knows, he already knows how that spur's going to hurt.
That's right.
He doesn't know.
That's right.
And he'll get off that spur. Well, he did that, and boy, he had that little thing used to folding up and coming back to the left, to the right. Well, he got mad at him. I looked over there and he's right back to his old stuff, trying to job him over that shoulder. So that was wasted time. But 95% of a horse's problem is man-made.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't born being an idiot.
That's right. That's right.
He wasn't born to fight you. And there's some of it fight you, but it's just a wild instinct.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to get above that wild instinct and get him to doing what you want him to do. And it takes a whole bunch of this up here. You've got to be smarter than the horse to teach him something. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, overall, haven't you recognized that a horse really wants to please?
95,
And they like to
95%
do
of
fun things?
95% of them, you're right.
Yeah.
You'll run across that 5%
Yeah.
that try to make out like they're untrainable. But you can get them trained to a certain point.
Yeah.
But there's
And
that,
that 1% to,
yeah, and then you've got that 1% that you just
Oh,
knock him in the head. Yeah. But no, I've spent my life figuring out how to get these horses to do what I wanted them to do.
you need them to do the job.
And there's a lot of these young men, all they want to do is run ropes on. Well, I wanted my horse to bow down to a cow. I wanted to look at a cow, work a cow. And there was no man made the statement one time. He had an old boy in the camp there, and it was drought, he's a devil, and the neighbor's cow stayed over on them all the time, coming through a water gap. Well, he tried to put one of the neighbor's cows out there one day, and he couldn't do it, so he roped her. What was he going to do after he roped her? He couldn't drag her. She was too big to drag. He wheeled her around there a little bit and finally turned her loose. Well, the old man that owned the ranch, he had a little Jeep that he'd always climb around back up there in the hills looking. He saw him down there. He never said anything to him. One day they was all sitting there at the dinner table there at the headquarters. And this old man said, you know, just about anybody, any man riding any kind of a horse, they can get the rope on the cow. But you know, it takes a good cowboy riding a pretty good horse to handle a cow without roping.
Right.
And I took that. I was a very young man when I heard that. I took that, and that was my philosophy right there the rest of my life. And well, I could rope just a little long with a mediocre one when I needed to, but that was a last resort. I didn't. That
It
was
should be.
that
It should be.
That wasn't my life's ambition to run out there roping. I wanted my horses to get down on their knees, boy, and look a cow in the eye.
Right.
And not bragging, no brag, it's all fact. I rode some pretty good horses.
Yeah.
Bill Kraft will tell you that.
Yeah.
I went to work for him. He had a sorrel horse. He was well bred quarter horse, but he went back to those old 30s model horses. You know how they looked? They looked just pretty common.
Yeah, stocky and big.
But this horse was fairly well made, but he reminded you of those old 30s and 40s kind of horses. And an old kid that started that horse got him running off. And say, let me tell you what, he could run, he could bring tears to your eyes. And it wasn't all from fear either. When I went to work for Bill, he gave me this horse. He told me, he said, now Bunch, this horse will run off with you. But he said, I want you to see what you can do with it. Well, I've got a few tricks in my little bag.
It comes from
Experience. And so I got one of my little gimmicks out, and I rode him with that. I put him back in the hackamore. And I used draw reins. I don't know, a lot of people may not know what draw reins are, but
You need to explain a little bit.
they got a button back here on each end that you can unbutton, take it off your headstock, your mouthpiece, or your hackamore, and come back here and button it into your cinch rings. And run them back up through the rings on, I had rings on the hackamore. Run through that. And every time you pull on that horse, you're talking his head. And I rode him with that for about 6 months. That's the only way I'd ride him. That horse got to where I could handle him, and he made as good a horse as I ever rode. And I left there, Bill Kraft took him, and he kept him till he retired, moved down here, and he said he died in West Nile virus. And he told, I called that horse Speedy, and Bill told me, he said, you know, that horse made as good a horse as I ever rode. So that made me feel good.
Absolutely.
Because I want people to understand right now, I'm not bragging. What I know, what I've got, the knowledge I've got from the horse was by watching and learning what not to do right along with what to do. And the good Lord above give me these hands to be able to handle a horse with. And I like a horse right in the face. I don't want them pushing me. And but if I ride a horse as long as a year, he will not push on me.
Oh, wow.
You can ride him with the depth throw away. And but I spent a good part of my life figuring out how to get what I wanted.
That's the reason I want to get it down on videos.
Well, it's a God-given gift. It's like these boots. God gave me the ability to do this, and that's the only way that's the only place I can put it. I didn't hit this world from birth being able to do what I do. It was a gift that God gave me, and I do, and all I've done is cultivate.